I created a cinematic animated story with fully consistent characters, without any animation background at all. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact workflow I use to turn a simple story idea into fully animated scenes where the characters remain identical across emotions, camera angles, lighting, and environments. All the tools and prompts I use are linked below, so you can follow along step by step. We start with the story. I open ChatGPT and describe the kind of story I want as clearly as possible. For this example, I asked for a 60-second emotional love story set in Old Delhi, with two main characters and a grounded, realistic tone. ChatGPT generates a full narrative, and I refine the pacing and emotion until it feels natural. Once the story feels right, I copy the full script, because now it needs to be prepared for visuals. To animate the story properly, it must be broken into moments. So I ask ChatGPT to divide the story into exactly 12 numbered scenes. For each scene, I need clarity on what's happening, which character is present, the emotion being expressed, and the setting. This gives me a clean visual blueprint for the entire film. Next, I finalize the characters. I ask ChatGPT to write detailed character descriptions specifically for image generation, keeping each description under 160 words. These become the foundation for visual consistency. I make small edits to ensure the characters align perfectly with the story's tone and culture. With the characters locked, it's time to generate them visually. I open Google Whisk and log in. Before creating anything, I set the visual style by uploading a single reference image. This image defines the overall look, lighting, color grading, and artistic direction for everything that follows. Then I generate the first character. I paste the full character description into the subject section and generate. Once the result matches the vision, I repeat the same process for the second character. These character images now become permanent references that Whisk will use consistently across every scene. Now we move on to the scenes. For each scene, I paste the corresponding scene description. I carefully select only the characters needed for that moment. This step is important. It prevents the AI from unintentionally altering a character's appearance later. I repeat this process for all 12 scenes, and the characters remain consistent throughout the entire visual storyboard. At this point, we have the full story visually laid out, but it's still static. To bring it to life, I go back to ChatGPT and ask it to generate cinematic motion prompts for each scene. These prompts describe camera movement, subtle environmental motion, emotional pacing, and natural character behavior, without mentioning physical appearance. I also generate short dialogue lines for each scene to ensure accurate lip syncing later. Once that's ready, I head over to Grok. Inside the settings, I disable automatic video generation from uploaded images. This gives me full control over how each scene is animated. I upload the first scene image, paste the motion prompt and dialogue, and ask Grok to generate the animation with lip sync. The result is a cinematic clip with controlled camera movement, realistic character motion, and a strong emotional tone. I repeat the same process for every scene, uploading the image, adding the motion prompt and dialogue, generating the clip, and downloading it. Once all scenes are animated, it's time for narration. I ask ChatGPT to write 12 short, emotional one-line narrations, one for each scene. After refining them, I generate voiceovers using 11 Labs, choosing a soft, warm voice that matches the mood of the story. Finally, I bring everything together in Canva. I import all the animated clips, arrange them in sequence, and sync them with the voiceovers. I add subtle background music and sound effects to enhance emotion without overpowering the visuals. And just like that, the final cinematic story is complete. If you want to try this exact workflow yourself, check the links and prompts in the description. And if you found this helpful, make sure to watch the next tutorial for more advanced AI storytelling techniques.